Y'all already know I'm into super full glam makeup looks, but I wanted to do an everyday lightweight soft glam look for you guys. I mean, this is a real light glam for me. This is about as light as it gets other than a no makeup look.
She wanna know me. I stay low key, all gas, no brakes, baby. Let them hoes sleep. Body on 10, make your girl OD. I get in my way, never out of my lane. Feel like you the one and I'm on one. So what it's gonna be, baby, squad up.
If I'm wearing makeup, I don't want to see any flaws peeking through. This look will definitely cover your flaws, but not be as heavy as a full glam look. It's more toned down. It looks more natural. It's very glowy. So if that's the type of look that you've been wanting to rock lately, I think you're gonna enjoy this video. If you would like to see how I created this look right here from start to finish, I'm gonna walk you through exactly how I did it. Y'all know what to do. Definitely keep watching. So we're gonna start off with the brows. I'm gonna use the Kosas Brow Pop. This is in the shade Brown Black. I like to use this on the outer 3/4 of my brow, really focusing on that tail area because I do not have any brow hairs there. Next, I'm going to take my Precisely My Brow Detailer in the shade number 4, and we're going to use this in the inner part of the brow just to draw little brow hair strokes right here. I like to use a lighter shade here so it gives a more gradient kind of ombre brow effect. And I also bring it in closer to my nose area. My hair definitely doesn't grow there, but I've been loving bringing my brows in a little bit more closely together. Now I'm going to use MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NC45 with my e.l.f. concealer brush, and I'm going to carve out my brows. I'm going to use the shade just right underneath the brow. I'm going to use a different shade to conceal my eyelid area, and as you can see, I do already have lashes on. I'm using the Lashify Gossamer system, so yeah, I'm definitely going to have to be careful to avoid that area. I don't want to get concealer on my lashes. Then I'm going to use this IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush. I'm going to use the concealer side. This is the number 7 brush, and I'm just going to blend out that concealer. I don't have any product on this brush, so I'm just using it to kind of diffuse the concealer so it doesn't look so harsh. So next, I'm going to take the MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NW43, and I'm going to apply this all over the lid, y'all, trying to avoid my lashes. If you don't have discolored eyelids like me, you can definitely avoid this step, especially if you have lashes. Putting the concealer on is kind of tedious. This is definitely a must for me though, because I want my eyes to be one color when I start to apply eyeshadows, and I'm not going to be applying many eyeshadows today, so I really need my eyelids to be one uniform shade. Next, I'm going to use MAC Shadow eyeshadow all over the lid. I'm going to be using it with a Makeup Addiction soft crease brush, and I'm just going to pack this all over the lid and into the crease. It's going to add just a little bit of color, but nothing crazy, y'all. Then I'm going to use a powder underneath my brows just to highlight. This is the MAC Studio Fix Powder in NC55, and I'm using it with this Makeup Addiction large fluff brush, and I'm just patting this underneath my brows. We're going for a really simple eye look. I'm going to use brown liner today. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 pencil in Corrupt, and it does have just a tinge of glitter on it, and I'm going to smudge this across my upper lash line just to give it a little bit more depth. I didn't want to go too crazy with a black today, so we're just going to keep it simple with this one. And then I'm going to take MAC Embark eyeshadow. It's a dark brown, and I'm going to use it to smudge out this liner. Now we're going to move on to the face. I'm going to use the NYX Plump Right Back. Y'all already know I love this primer so bad. Like, I literally could not use anything else. I use my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip and it just doesn't give me the same vibe. I love how this makes my skin literally look like glass skin, and it just plumps it up so nice. So I'm gonna use this to prep my skin really nice, especially since we're going in with a lighter foundation product today. It's technically not even a foundation. I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray as a primer. And then we're going to be using the Fenty Ease Drops. I'm using the shade 21. This is new to me, y'all. I have never used this product before. I tried out this shade in the store and it looked like the right shade for me, but we're going to see. So I'm going to use that IT Cosmetics number 7 brush again. And I'm literally just going to pop this on my skin. This is going to give us a very natural looking base. I know this product has been out for a minute, but you know your girl is into more medium full coverage type foundations. So I never picked this one up, but it's very pretty on the skin. Very glowy, very dewy, pretty natural. It's kind of like a tinted moisturizer, but a little bit more coverage than that. I think the shade match is pretty dang good. I love me some bronzer, so I'm still gonna bronze my face. I'm using the NARS Laguna 05 cream bronzer with this BH Cosmetics number 4 brush, and I'm going to apply this to my forehead, also my cheekbone and my jawline. This is really gonna warm up the skin and give us that sun-kissed glow. So I'm gonna take the brush that I used to apply the Ease Drops and just go around the edges just to blend everything out really good. Next, I'm gonna use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Deep, and I'm gonna apply this above my lip, on my chin, nose, down the bridge, and a little bit on my forehead. I'm also gonna take some right here. And then I'm going to take the shade Tan Deep Sand in the same concealer and apply it to the inner corner of my eye. I've had this cream blush for a while, but I've never used it. This is the LYS cream blush in the shade Inspire, and it's a gorgeous orangey terracotta type shade. So let's put this on the cheekbones. Let's see what it's looking like. Little fun fact about me, I don't really like shimmery blushes, y'all. I like my blush to be more matte. I've been so into pink blush lately that I have been neglecting my other shades. This is so pretty. I'm using a damp Pro Beauty Blender, and I'm going to start from the bottom of my face and work my way up to the top and blend everything out. I like to do my under eye area last. I let this sit on my skin for quite a while. I just realized I forgot to bronze my nose, but we'll go back and do that in a second. I use my foundation brush and I just go around the edges just to blend everything out seamlessly. So before we blend out the under eye concealer, let's go ahead and do the bronzer there. I'm using this Morphe E22 brush, by the way. I'm gonna add just a little bit more concealer to my nose just because I did my bronzer after, just to bring back that lightness. Let's go ahead and blend out the under eye area. I let it sit a little longer than I wanted to, so I'm gonna have to work a little harder to blend this baby. Then I'm gonna go around the edges with my foundation brush to blend and clean that up. I'm gonna take my blush and bring it up on my cheek area a little higher and blend it in with the concealer better. And I'm gonna use my One Size Sweet Honey setting powder to set my under eye area. Gonna do the same on this side. I'll be back. Next, I'm gonna take my Studio Fix powder in NC 44.5 with this Makeup Addiction Precision highlighter brush and just apply it on anywhere where we highlighted on the skin just to set it in place, and it'll give us a bit more coverage. I'm also gonna take my Studio Fix powder in NC 55 with my e.l.f. powder brush and go over any areas that I didn't highlight. For bronzer, I'm using the Benefit Hoola Toasted with this BH Cosmetics number 2 brush. It's just a fluffy powder brush. I'm going to apply the powder bronzer everywhere where I applied the cream bronzer at. So I'm going to take a little bit down my nose as well. Let's sweep away all of the powder that we placed to bake underneath our eyes. Next, I'm going to use the One Size Cheek Clapper in this middle shade. This is the Rich Bitch palette. That sounds crazy saying, but that's the name, y'all. And I'm going to apply this to my cheeks. Don't sleep on this color. It's very pretty. It looks like whatever in the pan, but it applies on the skin very beautifully. Next, I'm going to use Matte Cork Lip Liner. This lip liner is very close to my natural skin tone. Then I'm going to use this Fenty Beauty Is It Fussy Gloss Balm Stick. This is my first time using this shade, so I hope I like it. I'm going to set my makeup with a Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. And here is the finished look, y'all. This look turned out exactly how I wanted it to. I wanted this look to cover any of my imperfections, but still give me that glowy, light glam type of vibe. I wanted to keep the eyes very simple. I already had my Lashify lashes on, so if you would like to see a video on that, let me know, because I feel like that gives a more natural vibe as well. I didn't apply any makeup down here, which is very unusual for me, but if we're going for a really soft light glam, I feel like keeping this area nice and open is the best way to go. If y'all want to see more makeup looks like this one, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. And if you have not already checked out my latest birthday glam, you definitely want to check that out next. I did a super simple birthday glam. You could definitely rock it for the holiday season coming up as well. I'm gonna leave the link right here to go check that out next.